Hi Taurus, welcome to your end of June 2019 general tarot reading. It's Rena here. Oh, one card fell out. I'm going to put this the past position, but I am going to pick an additional card. Okay. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Ten of Cups. This is the card of happily ever after. That's when they show a rainbow. This is a card of marriage. So if you're planning a wedding, if you're, I was going to say planning your adult child's wedding and you're happy that they are getting married, that could be going on. Just something coming to resolution that is making you very happy in some way. The number 10 is a number of, it's the end of a cycle. So this could be something that has been in the making that you're very elated about. And the number 10 also, by the way, is a family card, is a number of family. So, and cups is your emotional nature. So there's a sense of that fulfillment at the highest level. You know, you think about the Nine of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment, but the Ten of Cups is even more conclusive than that. It's like kind of like closing the chapter on something in your life where, you know, for instance, if you're dating somebody and you decide to get married, that's closing a chapter on your single life, but it's providing an even happier experience for you. So there's just some kind of an emotional thing going on of a very positive nature. And in the past position here, there are two cards. One, the Two of Swords, and the other, the Seven of Pentacles. You know, I almost think of somebody who was deciding whether or not to propose to somebody or accept the proposal. Because with, I'll talk about them individually. And by the way, it doesn't have to be exactly that literal situation. It could be somewhere in the ballpark depending on your own personal lifestyle situation. You know, not like it doesn't have to be a literal marriage. Or anything like that. And it could even be like a workplace situation, because I do try to keep these readings open-ended. That's one of the positive aspects about the tarot in this type of a format for the internet, is that it creates a lot of potential where, you know, even if you don't identify with one angle, you might with another. And the Two of Swords is a card of perhaps being at the horns of a dilemma, and the person is blindfolded, so they may not be willing to see everything as it really is going on, because they are in denial, or maybe even sometimes they don't know all the things behind the scenes that are going on. For instance, if you are deciding whether or not to take a job, you only have the information that is being given to you. You don't know all of the details. Or even like if you're buying a house, let's say, because I could even see that, even though this is a Cups card with the Ten of Cups, I could even see people that have been trying, that's been their dream, is to own a home, and having that kind of like come to fruition. But even if you buy a home and you even get an inspector, you may not know all the kinds of the downsides of it. Maybe they're, you know, maybe they're like is a neighbor who lets out their dog at 11 o'clock each night, and the dog barks incessantly until midnight. I mean, there might be like these little things that you can't find out about until after the fact. And so your intuition might sense something and pick up on something and make you be a little bit reluctant to do it. But on the surface, you may be thinking that, hey, this is a great situation. I'm going to decide, to do it because of that. And then the other thing too is that there may be like two people involved, and you can't decide who you should be with. And I feel like it's possible that a Leo person is one of them. I don't know. It almost seems like Taurus and Leo to me. And well, wait a second. Since you're the Taurus, maybe it's just talking about you, because I have the Knight of Pentacles here. So that is associated with you. So I'm not going to speculate on who the two signs would be. The other thing is, there was something else I wanted to say about the Two of Swords. Well, that was a thing, like maybe deciding between two job offers. I did feel initially like some of you are trying to start your own business. And perhaps you are still in an early stage of it, because we do have in this past position the Seven of Pentacles, where the person is assessing what they have put into it. This is the farmer's card, to see if it's going to yield a crop. And so if you were kind of like torn between staying where you are and starting your own business, you may decide, you know what, I'm going to do both, or something along those lines. And this is something that probably is very positive for you, even though you may have not been sure at the beginning that it was going to go anywhere. The higher message is represented by the Major Arcana card, the Strength card, which is associated with Leo. But in terms of what it represents spiritually, obviously we're talking about something related to strength, but not just what you would typically think of as hanging in there and really being persistent and believing in yourself and things like that. Yeah, of course. But I would say also a form of confidence that can be felt on the outside, because I feel like people who are naturally confident, and Leos are always said to be naturally confident, are people who believe their own hype. They believe that they are talented in a certain area, and they carry themselves that way. And if you think that you have something that other people will want to pay you for, Taurus, don't hide that light under a bushel. Most Taurus people are not pushy and out there, unless you have, inner planets in Aries, that is, or, yeah, I would say specifically Aries. And maybe the moon in a fire energy like Sag, Aries, or Leo. And then you might be more extroverted and outgoing. I mean, well, that is extroverted, but outwardly confident. The point is that while you're looking to see if you have invested wisely in something, if you're getting payoff. I think you are getting payoff, though. With the Ten of Cups, I think you're getting payoff. But as you're doing that, you still have to believe in yourself regardless of what's happening, because sometimes the most valuable time to believe in yourself is when the outer world does not conform to that dream of yours. Okay? when you find that the thing that you want so much is very elusive, and you feel like, or tentative, I should say, because to me, the Seven of Pentacles can go either way. It looks like the person is going to turn a profit, but we don't know that for sure. We will only know that at the end of the season. And yet, in real life, and not just card symbolism, when you're doing something and you're looking for the payoff, you have to believe it's already there. That's kind of like what the law of attraction is all about. If you just focus on what is and you don't see the potential for what can be, then you're going to be easily discouraged, is basically what I'm saying. What crosses you is the Page of Cups. This can be a card, this is a card associated with Pisces. So if one of the people involved is a Pisces, this person may be emotionally immature and not really ready for prime time in terms of a relationship. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, but I wanted to add that little extra something. It can just be an emotionally immature person in your life. This person, usually water energy is very harmonious with Earth, but not in every case, obviously. And the truth can be that this person may sap your energy because they simply cannot participate in a relationship as an equal partner. This could even go as far as being a covert narcissist, somebody who is always the victim, is always having problems. And there's a childishness about that, where they may have good qualities, but they always have this neediness, or they always feel the need to feel sorry for themselves and get other people to feel sorry for them. And that can be problematic. Also, a child could be, if you're getting married and your partner has a child, or if you have a child and you're worried about them in terms of how they're going to cope. I think with the Ten of Cups, you don't have anything to worry about. What is coming in is represented by the Knight of Pentacles. This can also be advice. This is a card of just like getting in the zone of just working and making money. And there may be a good reason for this. Perhaps you're getting married and then you want to get a house, or you want to have enough money for a down payment on a house, and both of you have agreed to just be all about the work, not spend extra money on money that you have left over on other things, but you're just pouring it right back into savings because you have this dream. And so that can guide you. Definitely Taurus is the kind of sign that is capable of hard work. Taurus sometimes gets a bad rap about being lazy, and that's simply untrue. It's just that Taurus knows how to relax. In style, no less. The outcome is the Emperor. This is a card of control. It's also associated with Aries, by the way, so if there's somebody that is of the Aries persuasion, they may be coming back into your life or assuming a greater role in your life. However, I wouldn't be surprised if this is not just a facet of yourself, that you feel like you are coming into your own. You may have really struggled with a decision at some point, and now you feel like you made the right decision and you feel good about your actions, Taurus, and everything like that. So that Ten of Cups, the happily ever after card, can be the case for more than one reason, it looks like. Okay, that's what I have for you. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Have a great rest of June, Taurus. Bye.